Reese, Maryland County 2, Lima County 0.
For the best and latest happenings in the Passion of Life sports, tune in to Spoon 107.5, Super FM 95.5, and Fabric 101.1. This and every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. for the program Spoon Sports with your presenters, Sylvester Wowie and Shannon Guer.
Maryland County stay in possession. Patrick Williams, wearing number 8 jersey, plays it deep in the half of Lima County. Now Devito in possession for Maryland County. And Devito move gradually, and of course he beat out too cleverly. And so go! Scoreboard reads Maryland County 2, Lima County 0.
For the best and latest happenings in the Passion of Life sports, tune in to Spoon 107.5, Super FM 95.5, and Fabric 101.1. This and every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. for the program Spoon Sports with your presenters, Sylvester Wowie and Shannon Guer.
We have an official task coming up, like the Waffle Tournament in few weeks from now, and the African Cup of Nations 2019 qualifier 1 month from now, which will be starting June. Where are we in terms of preparation?
I'm glad that with a very big club nominating Sundance, it's something that I always wanted to do, and I'm happy that it happened already. And even at Super Sport, when I was leaving, all my friends were like, "Laford, you know, we need to go there and work hard, I suppose, to solve it."
Maryland County stay in possession. Patrick Williams, wearing number 8 jersey, plays it deep in the half of Lima County. Now Devito in possession for Maryland County. And Devito move gradually, and of course he beat out too cleverly. And so go! Scoreboard reads Maryland County 2, Lima County 0.
Yes, I have been invited by George to come to the day where he will be president. But apart from that, that's of course not so important. What is important is when you look at his life, and I think the life of this guy is a real film, and it is unbelievable. Can make a fantastic film because I all my life I remember when I saw him the first time in Monaco, coming a bit lost. Not knowing anybody, not being rated by anybody as a player, and becoming after 95 the best player in the world, and today become president of his country. It's an unbelievable story. But it's down to the fact that one thing that was common in George's attitude, strong mentally, absolutely unbelievably, convinced that he has a mission. And the second thing, that was always, because I went with George through the period where it was war in Liberia, and I've seen how much he suffered for his country. And that's the second thing that was always continuous in his life, the love for his country and for his people, and the care he had for other people. And so I didn't think during that period that he will become president of his country. But today, when I look back, I must say he always, I've seen him crying when war was on in Liberia. So it's a happy story, and I wish that he has, of course, a happy presidency. And I would like to say this guy is an example for everybody who plays football today, for all the players.
And of course, that's it here. It's a wonderful and great Saturday afternoon on Spoon 107.5, also live on Fabric at 101.1. We're also live on Spoon TV Live. This is the program of Spoon Sports. Sylvester Wowie and I, Shannon, where we are here today. And matter of fact, this is the weekend, not just the weekend, but the year-end edition of the program Spoon Sports. So we have some veteran journalists, Chris Walkup, alongside the former SWAT president. I refer to him as veteran, Koluba Zizi of the Liberia Broadcasting System. They are here. They're going to be joining us. We also have Slonti Witherspoon, also here with us. Someone will say, but so guys, I mean, we have giants, giants in the building here this afternoon. So Vesta, it's actually great to be here.
Yeah, Shannon, it's good to be back. And this is the final edition of Spoon Sports 2024, being farewell to the year 2024, heading into the new year 2025. So we'll be giving you all the latest on the happenings in the world of sports during the year 2024. So yes, like Shannon regularly said, we have with us the former SUA Vice President. SUA is the Sports Writer Association of Liberia. So the former president, Kolba Zeze, is live in studio here. And we also have the current vice president of the Sports Writers Association, Chris Walker, who is also the sports editor at Front Page Africa. So we got two sports editors here today, from the state broadcast.
And not just ordinary, but veterans.
Yeah, I mean, these are people who also make their mark in sports reporting. Now, Kolba Zeze from the sports broadcaster ERBC is the former president. And of course, Christopher Walker, who is the sports editor from Page Africa. So, and the current vice president of the Sports Writer Association, they are here today to end the year with us. And it's pleasure. So I don't think I didn't any time to usher them in, So yes, we have Chris and of course Koliba here. And we also got Brother Spoon, who is making his debut, This is the man who is coming to take over the sports department. Shannon Sylvester out. I think we got some name already, so we're going to push a new Waterspoon who will be very active in the sports department.
Let's bring the man in, man. The man first debut so far.
Let me introduce him.
I saw him on the field at the time of the recent tournament.
I think as coach.
Yes.
When Shannon makes a penalty, he told me, he said, look, Sylvester, why we make Shannon captain? I thought he said, my man, one key.
So because Messi missed penalty,
so I think he just can get Chris and Koliba on camera, and then so Waterspoon, unfortunately, Waterspoon is in the best stage today. The man was
mad. I missed penalty. I mean, that a game.
Yeah, we missed on 100,000 on a real note. I mean, sadly that we missed on the entertainment 100,000, and the captain. Shannon, my teammate on the Spoon Sports, is to be reliable.
No.
Sylvester,
we qualified.
No,
Sylvester. No, we qualified. We went to the semi-final, and I mean,
went to the semi-final, and then
we were actually.
What else do you want to give me excuse? We'll give you time. Excuse.
Let's bring Chris.
Okay.
Let's bring Chris.
Christopher Walker is the current vice president, but we'll start with the president emeritus. Mr. Kolba is welcome to Spoon Communication Network.
Thanks for the invite, and happy to be here.
Okay, and Chris?
It's a pleasure being here at Spoon Communication, and like you said, we are winding down the year 2024. For Shannon Guer, I think it was a bad end of the year for him on the playing pitch. When your coach is blaming you for missing a penalty, and you want to blame the coach, get problem with the coach, I think. But actually, he's a good football player. But he failed my wrath, and he's like,
"Are you playing the tournament?"
He failed my wrath.
Chris, better kill me.
Okay, so guys, we'll be talking on the happenings in the world of sports. I think we'll kick off with the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. I mean, Liberia is out. We'll now be at the next AFCON in Morocco 2025. So, I mean, Shannon, we'll start with you. What do you think today? I'm taking the lead. I will answer the question because you know why I'm starting with you, Shannon?
No,
these are people who head the Sports Writer Association. Kolba is the president emeritus. Chris is the current vice president. So I'm starting off with you. Why you think we're not in Morocco? And then Chris and Kolba will tell exactly why we're not there, and then we'll come to Waterspoon.
Well, I think one of the major reasons we are not in Morocco because we never went with the mindset to be in Morocco at this moment. And trust me, Sylvester, we've been following sports for a very long time. The Liberia Football Association, the government, including the players, I mean, all of the parties that should be playing major roles as it relates to qualifying to the competition, I think they are somehow reluctant. When it comes to support, you blame the government. And when it comes to implementing no major things or making sure to get things in place, you blame the Liberia Football Association as well, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and also the players. I mean, everybody just play their own role in Liberia's failure to Morocco, to Morocco rather. But the fact remains, I think we still have great players out there. I think what is lacking is how best we get them together. For the past qualifiers or matches, you observed the national team of Liberia, the current coach been focusing on local base and something that actually brought a setback to the team. The team lost, appetite of recent, and I think I'm not degrading local base, but like I said before, national team players are finished products. So if you want to get a better national team like other countries around the world, Sylvester, you have to focus on those players you know that are making headways. They might be playing in Malaysia, they might be playing in Togo, Benin, and other countries around here. You think that they're just ordinary country, but the fact that they are out there, the experience is actually important. And I think we have to focus on those players. We have the legs of Joel Johnson. I don't know, up to now, I still question myself. We have other good guys out there. We have the Adolphus Marshall. I just don't want to call names, but I mean, they are doing extremely well. I think it's about time the Liberia Football Association, in line with Ministry of Youth and Sports, look forward or look at those guys that are making headway out there, bring them on board and see how best we move the team forward. I remember a few years ago at the time we had the Anthony Slonti line for the Grandpa Do, the Wadon Jebo, the Zach Quinga, the Theo Weeks. I mean, all of those guys, I mean, with the experience from out there, they come on the national team, though we never or we were unable to qualify, but we saw the progress of the team then. But now, every game you go at the Samuel County Sports Complex, they feel no spectators because people know that, hey, Liberia going to lose this game. I don't care what happened. Yeah, so I think that's it so far, Sylvester.
Okay, though, I mean, we go over to the current Vice President, Chris Walker. Chris, we just left a press conference where the ambassador of sports, was blunt. Liberia now, we not there. We need to go to youth level. Government can't keep investing when there's no return. Today, Liberia is out of the Africa Cup of Nations. We are still in the World Cup. I mean, we started on a good 14. We went to Togo, we drew. I mean, we lost to Algeria here 3-0. That was the slipping point. And then we struggled against Guinea-Bissau back and forth. We lost away and home. So Liberia was definitely in the middle before even heading to the return match with Algeria and Togo. I mean, what do you think went wrong?
So, like you said, we had a press conference with the sports ambassador, Aliu Kebet. My thing is, first, if you have a child in the home and because he's failing every year, will you stop paying his school fee to go to school?
I could change his school.
So
if I'm paying 300 at Katira,
so do you have you
somewhere?
The first thing you need to do is to find out what is the root cause of his failure going to school. So if he's not passing in Katira, what is the problem? Is it the teacher that is teaching him? It's not teaching him the way he should. Is he slow or not? So why am I saying there should not be any excuse for government spending money on the national team? We have the president is riding private jet to go for meetings. our national team transit 8, 12 hours going to games. You have players come for game, you give them 1,000 for appearance fee.
And you give them money in bit and pieces.
1,000 for appearance fee.
Maybe you pay 500.
Chris Walker is
500.
playing for Front Page Africa FC, and I make nothing less than 20,000 a month. I don't want to say a week, a month. You think I want to break my foot for Liberia when I come to play and I'm being paid 1,000? One may say,
but Chris, let me checkmate you, Chris. Football is about professionalism.
Yes, it's about professionalism.
Yes, you come to represent your country, Chris. I mean, is it about money?
So, money is a part of what you come to do. There are players who leave their country of origin and naturalize in another country. It's not because they love that country, it's because of the benefits they get there. So my thing is, you talk about the sports ambassador. We need to start from this place. Government needs to invest. Sierra Leone went to the Nations Cup. It was because the president then stood up and said, we will invest, we will take our guys where they want to be. We had a president before Joseph Boakai who is a sport icon. What was his contribution to sports? Everyone said sports should have gone to another level. Cote d'Ivoire is here, 2018, I think 2018 or 2017, when Musa Hassan Berete was turning over to Mustafa Raji. He made a statement. Do you have the audio? He said, is sports don't improve now? Sports will not improve. Musa,
I remember the statement when Musa Hassan
I made a photo of
football don't
and Shano, he
improve,
said,
the
reason I'm making this statement is we have a footballing president.
Yes.
Someone who play football at the highest level. He knows what it means to be a national team player. So if he would not put much in the government budget for sports, then we should not expect sports to develop. So you talk about our chances, why we did not qualify for the Nations Cup. Yes, Shannon said it right.
Was it due to lack of support?
Lack of support from the government, lack of preparation from the LFA, how they go to their own preparation. The players themselves, they have their own. So government, my thing is government needs to support, give all of the support and leave it with the LFA or the technicians and the players. But if we are not supporting like that, we need not to actually bring the players in the LFA.
Okay, what is it? I mean, we have Mario in charge. Mario took over from Keita. Keita had a very short spell at the Liberia Football Association as head coach of the national team after the Englishman Peter Bogler left. I mean, Mario took on, he went 5 games undefeated. I mean, lower opponents, of course. I mean, that was something many Liberians did not give praises to because we have opponents like Djibouti and what have you. So Liberia going on to finish in her group for Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, you know, against the lack of Equatorial Guinea. I mean, we have Algeria and Togo. We finished last in the group. Why do you think we went wrong?
No, thanks. Honestly, to be blunt, is we as a nation, we as a people, we honestly don't love sports. We don't love sports, meaning that what you love, you do everything to protect, to support. But in Liberia, we talk sports, we just talk it in our mouths, but we don't love sports. I mean, not just looking at the government, but I'm talking about the citizenry of the country. Because if the citizens love sport, they will make some of the sports athletes to become serious. They will help the management of some of the sports athletes. But unfortunately, Some of the ordinary citizens, they will know this person is a sports ally. They help to even support him. You know, I was in conversation with a Frank from Sudan, and he was telling me that there are rules for athletes there. Once you are an athlete, there are rules for you. You are not to be seen in a gathering, in a certain gathering. You are not to be seen there. And clubs in the football teams that play in the Sudanese league, right now they play their league outside of Sudan because
they
of
play
the
in
war.
Mauritania because of the war in Sudan.
They say while they were in Sudan, there are rules. When they assign you as a player, they tell you, look, they are gathering you as a player. You are not just to be there. They try to manage you. They try to help you to.
So discipline is lacking in our game.
Yeah, discipline is lacking, and then our own roadmap to say what we want, what do we desire as a nation in sports, in football. We don't have a set goal to say, look, 2030, we want to be at this point.
So who take responsibility?
Well, you know, the heads always take responsibility, but I think all of us, the citizens, the athletes, and those policy makers,
including sports journalists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We all take the responsibility because we are in the same basket, you know. Yes, we will talk and we get frustrated because we are not, we feel that our talking is not being heeded to, people are not listening. So we don't have that goal set to say this is the set goal in 2-3 years. I know the LFA will say, look, we have sports program. We have program for A, B, C, D, but we don't have the money for that. Well, whether that is true, I wish the FA, we'll be asking the FA to share with all their own program. You know, this year, what is the program the other year to say in 2030, this is where we want to be. So we plan it. So we don't see that roadmap, and we don't see the support for the roadmap. Sierra Leone is doing better because Gambia, they are doing better because they say they want to be among the big boys. So they invest nothing less than $8 million United States dollars for football development. $8 million United States dollars for a year for football development.
Okay, Kuba will come to discuss the national budget, but let me hold you right there and go to a young Spoon. This is a new bring beyond the sports department of Spoon. I know you follow football a lot. Every time we're in the newsroom, I see you watching the local leagues and, of course, following the national team as well. What do you think led to our Essex or our absent from Morocco 2025 tournament?
Okay, Sylvester, let me say thank you. And it is an honor to be on the same platform with Virgin Colobas. Is that, come here, I usually get his name. Yeah, to encounter me. So
and today you're sharing the microphone with
it's an honor, and I'm very excited for that.
Okay.
Liberia not going to Morocco, for me, I feel that we don't have those quality of players. The money play a major role, that's good. But do we have the stars? Now, we get coaches coming every day. Coaches come, coaches go, coaches come, coaches go. But look at the national team playing whenever they go outside. Even at home, we don't hold our own ball. Those guys they bring, we just play the ball anyhow. And then we run behind the ball. The team is not controlled. They don't have that system to play the ball for at least 5 minutes. So, I just talking about money. Can the money be the cause they are not playing this according to the coach system? That's another side we should look at. Now, is good, or let me say, money play a major role. We all know, like the Virgin are saying, other countries they spend a lot of money. During President Weah time, we all expected football to go to another level, and then even if the government give the money to the LFA or the youth and sport, ready to provide the money.
Okay. That's another thing, Jonathan. We'll go to that. Okay, government just spent $125,000 to take the national team to Senegal. We know Lone Star travel by road. I mean, this is the last match for the national team in 2024. We'll go against Senegal today. And in a few minutes from now, that game will be starting. What is our chances? I will start with you, Jonathan, and Woshano, and Chris and Kolba will come in. What you make of our chances today against Senegal? Because we all talk money. Government spent over $2 million in the past 10 months on the national team. Are those who got just 50,000 in the national budget for football development. But we are against Senegal today. The team had to travel to Ivory Coast by road and then to Senegal, Dakar, where the match is taking place. So what do you think would be the chances today of the national team? Will we be in Kenya, Tanzania for the African Championship?
Well, for me, I don't see that coming because, like I said previously, looking at our style of play, we're not ready to go forward because there are no system being put into place. All these coaches that come, they just do. I don't know if the coach or the players are not ready to cooperate because we don't play with system. You saw the game at home. Now we are going. The team, the players are there, and then there are misplays of players. The other day we were discussing, and then you even make me to understand Yaya Berete and Edward Lander. You try to make me understand. At certain time, at certain game, I feel that there are certain players you need to bring in at certain time, and there are certain players you don't need to play a particular game. So going to Senegal, I think that we are going with just the same Liberia day where and we come back.
Chris, do you agree with him? Thomas Kojo, your best friend, is in charge. We know we got a couple of players missing because of these discrepancies in age. We got the playing cards carrying different ages. The passport is carrying different age. So today we are in Liman. We know we got some key players who the coach mentioned were absent from the first leg, and today we're not being action. We also got couples of players who already signed professional contracts who are expected to leave. Do you think Liberia will be at the next chance?
For me, Senegal has always been a mountain to climb against for Liberia. But the last time Liberia played Senegal away from home, Liberia succeeded with a 2-1 victory over Senegal.
That was Keita
and the same Thomas Kojo. He was part of that background staff. But prior to that game, we lost 3-1 at home, and we won 2-1 away from home. I can say to you, the way we take football in Liberia, the Senegalese don't take football like that. They are serious. They know what it means to qualify for a Nations Cup or a big competition or to go through the next round. Looking at the players we have taken to Senegal, I don't think we stand a chance of qualifying. I think we were lost today, but we hope for a better, and like I say, better performance against Senegal. But looking at the Senegalese, I know they are aggressive. They are playing home. They know they only have a game to see them through to the next round or to Tanzania.
So that's the same deal where syndrome.
Yes, because you talk about government spending money to take the team to Senegal. When the money came in, do you know that the guys left Liberia were out of traveling allowance?
The government is not saying they are taking care of the traveling allowances. Everything is complete.
It's not true. Even the players, even the coach refused that his team would travel by road to Ivory Coast. It was after appeal that he accepted because he knows he's the director of sports at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So going against the government, with me, he's going against his own position. But trust me, going today against Senegal, they know what they want. The last time we won away, they knew they already had a chance of qualifying.
Senegal had put a 3-0 victory. Morovia also losing 2-1 in Dakar was nothing. But Kolba, this morning I listened to you. You try to put in that Niger Togo scenario. Togo Niger settled to a 1-1
Yeah.
draw. In
In the first
Lomé,
leg.
and then Niger was able to continue the Togolese to a goalless draw in the return feature. So Niger will be at the next chance. I mean, do you see similar factors playing the Liberia scenario?
The manner and form in which the delegation left, I think it kills the morale of the team. Thomas Kojo himself, the way he left, he's not happy. So look, the players reading his face. Once they see the coach is not happy, it puts pressure, it demotivate people, and so there is a bit of demotivation in the camp. We hope maybe some spirit from the gods of football we come in to help. But like the interview we had with the Senegalese coach, he said, well, he thinks the Liberian team had improved a lot. The team he played against, so they were going back to double. That's what he said, to double the work they've been doing for the return leg. And I'm told that since they left and went back, they've been working. I mean, doing more hours training for Liberia. So perhaps they were slow. They were slow in the game here at the SKD. They could be faster because they noticed that Liberia was not that fast, and they were playing like the way Liberia play. So actually, that game, the Senegalese takes the advantage of either winning or picking up a 0-0 draw, because my own worry is that we don't have goal punchers on our team. I mean, we at the SKD,
Uga Williams.
At the SKD, we created the chances.
We don't score.
We don't score.
Mark had several opportunities, but
yes,
and we can concede goals.
And we concede goals, and we are finding it difficult to score. And Senegal, well, they have a lot of options to qualify. Win, you qualify. Draw, 0-0, you qualify. So let's see, because I was thinking that maybe we could fight to draw 2-2, but
you score one.
Who's going to score our goals?
but I mean, but Bishano, you haven't got one. You check it two. I mean, Lawrence
Renner is 1-1.
Yeah, but now you imagining a 2-2 draw. So meaning that Liberia can score 2 goals in Senegal.
Yeah, and Senegal equalize.
Senegalese will be able to pull back the 2-2. Lawrence Koeman, who have been very good form for Liberia, both on the senior national team, of course, the home-based national team, will be absent from that match. I mean, something the coach expressed his regret. He was very blunt. I think somebody needs to take responsibility. You can't have, clubs, and the national team having the discrepancies when it comes to player ages. I mean, Lawrence Koeman definitely will be out. So we are going to face the Senegalese. I mean,
Sylvester, I think, like my senior brother said, we are not prepared, honestly speaking. And the form and manner in which the team left Liberia also is actually one of the key factors that will lead to our defeat. We're not praying for it, but honestly speaking, football that way back, people say that Biscuit, he can break anywhere. This time it's actually preparation.
Josiah Johnson.
Yeah, this time it's actually preparation. So we're not prepared. Let's look at the recent CAF competition. Our 2 representatives, the Watanga, the Pinzo FC, their performance.
Pinzo won at home and won away.
Yeah, how far they went? Look at Watanga, how far they went. And these are the same players we taking from Pinzo, the Watanga, and all. Look at our league. Let's compare our league with that of the Senegalese league. So I mean, I think they are very far from us. We saw, how they play us here, the first leg, and going to Senegal to play the return leg. Trust me, if we really play, perhaps we're going to be defeated at least at 2-1, or 3-1. Yes. So I think we are not prepared, Sylvester. We are very far from defeating Senegal away. What happened then, like Christopher said, I think it was based on Senegal already qualified. So they never really wanted to put in their all in that match, and we were able to defeat them. But trust me, we've been very, very bad luck. If you look at the record between Senegal and Liberia, it's almost like Africa Coast and that of Liberia. We don't have a good record against Senegal.
Sure, that is something we can all admit to. We don't have that winning record over Senegal. But before we come to the National League, I mean, we come to the National League, and I know Chris is from Manchester United. Kulba is also from Man U. So we'll talk about how the end of the year. Yeah, we'll talk about how the end of the year. But I mean, we are still in contention when it comes to the 2026 World Cup in the US of A, Mexico, and Canada. I mean, we were very fortunate. We got 3 points awarded to us following that controversial, should I say, decision by FIFA, and between Liberia versus Equatorial Guinea.
It was out of the teams in the group.
Yes, I mean, we were very fortunate.
Lucky.
Yeah, fortunate to have got 3 points back after losing at home. So we are still in contention. I mean, 1 minute each. I mean, do you think Liberia will be, America is the country every Liberian know. Do you think we'll be America for the World Cup 2026?
Well, I think we cannot be there. The reason is that we have not changed course. We have not changed course, meaning the government, for example, only look for money when there is a game. The government does not look for money to say, let's camp the team, let's prepare the team, let's have
play friendly matches.
No, we don't. The only time you see the ministers from the UN Sports running to the final ministry up and down, and they said Liberia is going to Algeria, going to Equatorial Guinea. That's the only time. But after that, nothing else happening. So until you say no, we need, our target is this. So therefore, we are no longer running to going to the final ministry
to claim the step
to be claiming. You gotta be waiting.
Money.
Yeah, you gotta be waiting for one director. You come by to wait for another assistant minister, deputy minister, for the minister proper. Until we change that and say, look, this is an account for the national team. We know over the year we're almost spending 5 million or whatever million in a year for the national team. Let's just put that money here and say, look, national team, this is like what Sierra Leone did. They took $1 million US and placed it and told the guys, this is your budget for the African Nations Cup, World Cup in 2024 qualifier.
But we spent $2 million.
All right. I mean, they had that money, in an account that when you're ready, whether it's a practice, whether it's whatsoever, the guys were using SKD here for their home games.
Yeah.
Whatever amount of money they should pay here, they just go to their account, took that, and had their training. But until we can change it, you see what we have, $50,000 US for 2025 fiscal year, 2025. And we'll be playing most of those games.
I think the minister was clear just before I got to Chris. The
That's what I'm saying.
The minister was supposed to have very clear. I mean, the 250,000, because there's something called that we suppose journalists need to speak up to. I mean, every time the LFA, the Pro Football Association, the sports department and the Ministry of Youth and Sports receive $150,000 for football development. There's no report on the $150,000. The government continues to sponsor and pay for all the national team home and away matches. I mean, no report on the $150,000. So government decided we cut the $150,000 to $50,000 since we are the ones still sponsoring all of Lone Star games.
Never going back.
Okay, so I mean, we need to check with the ministry to see how best we can balance the report they receive from the LFA and the sports department and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. But Chris, quickly, do you think we'll be in America, Canada, and Mexico?
I think it's like we are daydreaming.
Daydreaming.
Yeah. I think we are daydreaming.
America is a homeland, the dream homeland.
It's not
of every
because of the
Liberian.
name America. We have to qualify. It's not because we consider America to be, what do I say, our motherland of our fatherland or whatsoever. So it's all right for us to go to America and Canada. We need to prepare. The quarterback said, how prepared are we? And I understand at times when the LFA president comes to radio and says government is supporting sports, supporting the national team, we journalists, we are like, how do you say so? Because you complain, but if the government should spend 50,000 for this trip, and they don't give it for the trip, they give it 2 days to the trip. Isn't that they are supporting? Cordoba just said, we need to put our money and say, for the next 2 games, we gave you 200,000. So you need not to come to the Ministry of Youth and Sports. But other than that, we'll continue the same thing over and over. Another thing, we are not looking at sports journalists, is the issue of constantly changing coaches with our national team. We have James Peter Butler. I was one person who was so critical of him. But if you look at where Butler took our national team from, we had an aging team. The leg of Sam Johnson, Anthony Lamford, William Jebo. You can go on and name. At the time, you had Tia Dennis, Arvin McConney. You have an aging team. He gave you Samson Dwyer. He gave you Prince Bali. He gave you Divan Tier. Okay, Oscar was already around. He gave you Mark Paba. He gave you Brent Samaru. He gave you Justin Summer. He gave you Seth Harbour. He brought the leg of Musa Sano. We play 99% of our home games away from home because our stadium at the time was banned. He played 2 games here, Sierra Leone and was it Chad?
Yeah, we defeated Chad.
He won all 2 years. He was in a group with Nigeria, Central African Republic, Cape Verde, another country just slipped my mind. He came there playing away
Central
from
African Republic,
playing away from home. But government at the time said he wasn't the best person. They couldn't afford his bill. He brought Mario. Mario decided
before then you had Ansu Keita.
Okay, he brought Ansu. Ansu watched his own development in coaching. He couldn't give us the win we needed or the results. We sacked him. We brought Mario. Mario came. He tried to invest into the local players. But are the local players better than the guys who playing out there? I would tell you, no, without any disrespect. So my thing is, one thing we need to look at as a government, we need to stick to one coach for a certain number of time or years. And we need to be real to the Liberian people. The LFA signed contract with coaches and want to impress the government and our Liberians and say, we'll reach the next World Cup, the next African Cup. How are we reaching there? The court say there must be a plan. And that plan should be, we are not looking at 2030, we are looking at 2032. So we use 2030 as stepping stone. We're training our team. So by the time we go into the 2032 or 2031 qualifier, we know we have a team. But you just bring coaches on every other day and you give them a mandate that is not factual.
Okay, I know when the LFA brought in Coach Mario, the Ministry of Youth and Sports distanced itself. You remember the press conference.
But how do the ministry distance itself?
The ministry was blunt. They said the LFA imposed the coach. We are now aware.
So the minister present, 1 minute, the minister present was the lawyer of the LFA and Mustafa Raji. He prepared that contract for Coach Mario. So for you to come up
No,
and say you distance yourself, so that
I'm
means
quoting him.
yes.
Quoting,
So
he said
we need to ask him why you prepared that document for the coach, knowing very well he was going to come and coach our national team. You are a Liberian. And now you are a minister of youth and sports. If you come to the city, so
the
you
minister was
prepare-
representing Liberia are 2 legal cases before the civil law court. One filed by CFA, the construction company that built the LFA headquarters, and of course we have one between the case filed by the LFA President Mustafa Raji against his
The
former
former
chief
SG.
scrap, Azim Montgomery. So he was representing the LFA president, who is a longtime friend and also Alpha brother in that case. But I mean, Waterspoon, I mean, here we are in group with Tunisia. Tunisia is one of the best when it comes to footballing nation on the continent. We also have Namibia. We drew away with Namibia. I mean, 1-1. I mean, Equatorial Guinea defeated us here at home. I mean, but luckily for us, I mean, we are awarded the points. But do you think Liberia will be in USA 2026?
That is not possible.
Not possible. Everything not possible.
It's not possible for the national team.
Why you think?
Yeah, I want to agree with. He said, coaches, and I stated it before. Changing coaches is not our problem. Should not be the root of the national team progressing. Because you bring the other coach, he introduce another system, you bring another coach, introduce another system, so the player will just play anyhow. But then Liberia going to America, it should not be our dream.
What should be our dream?
What we should be thinking is how we can build a team for the future, not a team that you just call local bay men and you bring them, the local bay player, you bring them, you put them together, you go play, and then you leaving those guys who are out there, who already have experience, who play in all of top European league, and then you leave them. It's not helping us. And just calling the player for 1 month or 2 to prepare for a game, 1 month is even long.
But we got rules in football. FIFA is saying
5 days.
FIFA gave you 5 to 3 days to call up players.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
when I'm saying preparation, I'm talking about now.
The local base.
Yeah, if you want to,
but the local base are also
base
attached to clubs. They have to play their club matches.
Yeah, but then you at least, like, after the league, you should allot a time for those players who you think have the charisma, who you think have the future. You should prepare a specific area for them. Let them train and get used to the ball.
Them to see how you can
and
start
see
to put a
since
team
the
together.
money is not there, because I feel that even if you give, like, people are calling about saying, even if you take like 1 million, you say this is for football, so 1 million will walk away with that money, nothing will come out of it.
So our team is currently camped at the Joshua Technical Center because we can't pay hotel bills and what have you. I mean, we owe some $83,000. I mean, we owe 2 hotels $83,000, and I think how they call American hotels there in RLJ is also $62,000, and then a coroner is also $21,000 US. So that's amount to $83,000.
Yeah.
So Shana, with all of these up and down, I mean,
Sylvester, I don't want you to scratch your vein, my brother, because we can't qualify.
We can qualify.
Yes,
the 4 of you are taking one step. We can qualify.
No, we can't, because you can't.
So you don't have confidence in Thomas Kojo. So
you can't. It's not about Thomas Kojo. You can't build national team from the senior level. It is impossible.
Okay.
It is impossible, and that's the reason most often I see the Liberia Football Association going to contract or establishing contract with coaches. That I will build a team. I mean, it don't make sense at all. We see other countries around the world, Sylvester, football that preparation, national team that finished products. And let me say this, okay? I'm not bragging, but any sound-minded coach, national team is the most easier team to coach in the world. Why? Because you know all of the players you come and work with. I know you, Sylvester. You're very good. You play in the or you playing for Chelsea. I know him. He playing for Man U. You know, you a good defender. He also a good ball. You won the best defender award in England. You know, I bring him. Everybody know that you, Sylvester, you start man number 2. That's how national team is. That finished products. You're not bringing somebody to teach them how to break ball. We saw the team of recent. We have Fatro. I was there shocked. Fatro, national team player. You can't throw your own ball. Fatro.
We see that in the Premier League.
My brother, we're talking about national team. It's not Premier League. So we saw the Spain. We saw other countries. They just ended Europe competition. We saw the Lamy. We saw that kid. His performance today. I mean, when he's not playing for FCB, I mean, Baga is somehow tough. I'm not trying to degrade our players, but I think the coaches or those that spearheading sports activities in Liberia is not just football, but all of the setters. They should look at players that already making headway.
And that's why
It's not about where they're playing.
Sana, I know people in all our sporting discipline who are in content because we took all the 1 hour to talk about
the national team.
The Lone Star. But I mean, the LFA League is ongoing. We know the league, the first phase are ended. We'll be heading into the second phase. We also got the national content meet, you know, right around the corner. The kickoff on the 12th. So I mean, we gotta touch every bit and pieces. So we gotta be very brief.
So
let's start with you.
Yeah,
the LFA National League. I mean, the second phase will kick off on the 3rd.
The 5th.
The 5th. It's been pushed to the 5th. Okay, on the 5th. I mean, FC Facel won the first phase undefeated. I mean, what do you think the second phase is going to look like? We still got LPRC that started on a very good 14, but now slipped to 4th place in the league table. And we got P Mountain, Sa informed. We know when Tafa Mana first came to Liberia, he coached Leska to the championship undefeated. I mean, they are still in contention. So, what do you think the league will look like in the second phase?
Yeah, so before I comment on that, I wanted us to also look at Cristiano Ronaldo's recent statement.
We'll come to it.
By the time I look at just 3 minutes.
Yeah, when we can know, we got more than 3 minutes here.
I say 2:57.
Yeah,
we got 3 minutes of extra.
So
quickly to comment on that, I think FC Facel is actually doing well. They brought that flavor into the league. Now you have more people giving interest, especially going after some of our former national team players, the likes of Zach Winger, like Leska did as well, to go after Anthony Slonti line for. We have Zach Winger, we have Solomon Grahams, and also going after some international players. We have a Moroccan, right, that is on FC Facel. I think it helping the league. And with the current team, I mean, also FC Facel on numerous occasions. They played against Pinsway FC, against Watanga and other clubs. I witnessed them. I think they are very good. But again, are they going to continue with how they started the league? That which I can speak on for now, Sylvester.
Okay, I mean, I was in conversation with the CEO of FC Facel, and he told me, look, yes, we had a very good first phase, but I mean, the second phase, we need to beef the team up. I mean, he wasn't definite, but he said they are going to recruit in all departments on the pitch. I mean, do you still look at them as a leader going into the second phase?
Yeah, during the dying minutes of the first phase, they were giving a scare. They were almost beaten in their last game. Apparently, they might have considered themselves as unbeatable. They need to strengthen some of the areas. Goal scoring area is one serious area they need to strengthen. Well, they're doing well with the goalkeeping and maybe defense work, except that we may not have strikers in the country to really test the Gambian goalkeeper. We really don't have
services.
Yeah, so
he's been accident in the
because of that, you would think that he's okay because we don't have the strikers really. But the season has been good, and the return of some of the old hands, former national team players.
Lanford, Macari, Solomon Graham, Zach Kringa, they are all back in the league.
They also added, to the showbiz, and things are looking fine. I see a lot of fans trying to show up All right, people who just don't like the FC Fasel, they're trying to find a club team to be a fan of, which is quite interesting. And not forgetting, the managing director of the LPRC is one government official who is trying to put his spirit into the game.
LPRC was informed in the kickoff, but then slip off in the middle of the league.
Yeah, because their coach seems to have shifted his direction. His attention has now gone to counter meet. So his team is a little struggling.
Just to conclude on what Cordoba just said, I said to a few friends the last time we were at the Tusafi, and I said, with Muta Fofana being appointed as head coach of Nima, if LPRC others is not careful, they will go down the drain until after December or January, after the counter meet, because he loves counter meet. If you place counter meet job in the national team, you go for counter meet.
You get more money from the national counter meet. But let's start with you on this now. The counter meet is on the 12th of January. So now you got Niba, Lofa, and those are the two big names when it comes to national counter sports meet. I mean, Rewachi's counter stole the show. The last
you cannot name Neymar and Lofa according Grandbassa.
So but I mean
Grandbassa is a big.
So who you think?
Lofa just came and won one county meet.
So okay, I know there will be differences because I listened to one commentary when Lofa spoke. Kolba forgot to know he was doing commentary for ERBC. We have scored. We have scored.
That's lie. That's lie.
No, but on a very serious note, the national county sports meet, I think it promises to be great. And my only thing is the Ministry of Youth and Sports needs to restrict it to have more of young talents coming up. We do not always want to see the likes of Christopher Walker always coming up to national county meet. We need to have more young players. Like we talk about the National League, Fasel is a title contender, but B Mountain should be watched out for. One thing everyone never talk about is Discovery. They are the surprise package.
Yes, newcomer Discovery.
They are the surprise package.
Guys, I mean, we know we going close to the end of this show. I mean, Manchester been struggling at the end of the year on a very bad note. I mean, I watched Man U, lost the
Pereira, Bellingham, Lamine now, this young generation, Vinicius, that they do a fantastic job. And in my opinion, he deserved to win the Golden Ball. It was unfair, in my opinion. I say here in front of everybody. They give to Rodrigo. He deserved to, but I think they should give to Vinicius because he win the Champions League. They scored in a final goal. The other issues for me is not important. When you deserve, you should give who deserve. But these galas, they always do it the same thing. This is why I love Globe Soccer and continue to do it these galas, because you do it honest awards. So this is very good.
Wow. Okay, so that's legendary. And I mean, there's this controversy in football. We have our own award. We have too many, differences when it comes to the winners that were announced by the organizers, the LFA, and of course the organizing committee. So same here, Cristiano Ronaldo is expressing his own differences with some of the decisions that were made, by the organizer of the World Best. I mean,
that's the Ballon d'Or, because my thing is the World Best has been already given out to Vinicius Jr. Because if FIFA comes and need you as the FIFA Men's Player of the Year, they are the parent body of football.
Yeah, that's a global body.
So you are the World Best. So he's just talking about the Ballon d'Or. But my thing is, Real Madrid people or the Real Madrid fans or fanatics, I don't understand. Real Madrid as a club decided that Jude Bellingham is the best player of the team, not Rodrigo. Then we come to the international stage, Vinicius. We come to the international stage, you want to push Vinicius over Jude Bellingham. So
Okay,
what are
Chris.
they saying?
We
all
have to
the
wrap
time.
up.
Chris, I mean,
Yeah.
yes, but Shana, we'll talk to the, I mean, now, so, no. Of course, Sarah is already here. I mean, we can't take the time, but we'll just take at least a few calls, maybe 3, 4
So
calls.
let's just take two, Sylvester.
Yeah.
Call us on 077771075, 077771075, 077771075, 07777 1075 0555 1075. Let's talk to this person here. Good afternoon. Hello. Okay. Hello.
I'm Francisco Mocar. I do join you guys from the capital of Monrovia.
Okay, quickly.
Thank you for your analysis. I appreciate you guys for your talent performance. But on the issues concerning about the Labrador national team, I don't care. We all the world best in the world. All these players that you think that in the world they can't play for Labrador. Labrador would never go forward.
That's why.
The only thing the only thing Labrador national team will go forward. We get our local league. Why we can invest in our local league and we take players from there like 7 to 6 years. We invest in them, let them practice good, that before we can even try to put ourselves in the national league. But Labrador now, at this stage, all the money we spend a year and then I just waste, my brother.
Okay, all right, thanks so much.
So you guys can have a blessed day.
Let's see if we can take this person here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Much better. Quickly, let's hear you 1 minute.
Okay, this is Ken Martin, former national team player.
Wow, Ben. Good to have you. Yes, good to have you.
Okay, football is good for the discussion, for the journalists to discuss first and foremost the country. And let me be fair with you. Like we all need time for the youth to adapt to the new system of play. Like we all say, happy to on the whole way of playing football. We are too slow. We don't have to move. We don't have to train. But we want to win games. You cannot win games all those things that just me. I've got to develop the mind with us. That's the most important thing in football right now. So I just need to ask all those coaches that's coaching right now, like we're thinking that they're doing best. That's how we find it difficult to on fast. Because we don't train. We are not fast. We are very slow. And the football team right now is faster. So it's just my own opinion. That's all on the whole game in Nigeria.
Okay, all right, thanks so much. Let's see if there as well. We have to climb ourselves this. If you are watching live, also you can call us. I think I just pinned the WhatsApp number there. Call and make your input. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon. Quickly, your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, I'm Uncle James calling from Point House.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to. The problem with our Labrador is how much of. It's got different things. I thought it was because Labrador now. Labrador to anything is very we look at.
Okay.
Labrador can never go anywhere in this country.
Okay, all right, thanks so much. We have to conclude. Please,
Yes,
please.
Final caller.
Quickly, your name. Your name, sir. Let's take this here. Good afternoon. Hello. Okay, squeezing this one here. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Quickly, your name, sir.
Yeah, my name is Prince. I join you from Jeshketen.
Okay, Prince,
thank you
go
for
ahead.
the show. You see, for some of us, we are actually a super lover, and you cannot be a citizen for a particular country, then you don't love your country thing.
Okay.
It seems to be that all our support to the Labrador national team is just a win.
Okay, all right, thanks so much. Let's take this international call. Hello.
Hello.
You have to go a bit distant from your monitor.
Yes, okay now.
Yeah, much better. Your name and where you join us from?
I'm Eddie. I'm calling from Barcelona. Quickly to the point, the issue our national team that we observe in recent times, they don't know when to put effort to win games that are important. That is the major thing. You saw the game with South Africa. That game we're supposed to put all the effort. And the coach went, he said whatever he chooses, that what he's going to do, he put to Miss Sonko. which of course that game was very crucial. Even if you put it to me, Sonko, you are putting sense in your head. We saw another game with Equatorial Guinea. The game show I want to keep yourself in this room. The other coach came, he said, whatever he does is the kind of player he gets, so what he's going to do. So Liberia problem is because the players said don't know where to put effort.
Okay.
To win game. Not about money, the effort.
Okay. All right. Thanks
they
so much.
Put effort in winning game.
Okay.
Because some people win game without money. So then winning game without money.
Okay, Abraham, let's go there. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
So far so good.
Got 30 seconds. I mean, parting.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have to.
I mean, not Shana, but Sarah is right here now. So 30 seconds in closing. I know. I see Front Page Africa.
we have to wrap up quickly, guys, please.
So, guys, it was nice being here this afternoon on Spawn, and it's a pleasure always being here. I'm open to being here, and like we said, football or sports in general, you need to invest. How do you invest? Even from the grassroots level, you need to invest. For us to compete in Africa and the world at large, the government needs to invest, and we need everyone on board.
Okay, and that's the voice of Christopher Walker. He's the current vice president of the Sports Writer Association and sports editor at Front Page Africa. So, the president emeritus of the Sports Writer, Kolbaz is of State Radio UBC.
Yeah, thanks ever so much, and I would just love to call on the state actors to sit around the table with sports technocrats and set a goal for sports and the national team. And I think by that, we will be heading somewhere. Other than that, we'll continue, rewriting the stories we are writing today.
And we don't want to continue rewriting the story.
Yeah.
So, yes, what else, Spoon?
Okay, so it was a pleasure sitting with a lot of veterans. And let me say this, until Liberia can get ready for sport, we are not going anywhere.
Okay, that's what else, Spoon. I know he's making his debut
and
on
Sylvester,
the last edition of the program.
Before wrap up, I just saw a message here from the ambassador Nathaniel Sherman. I mean, he requesting to appear here. Nathaniel, we're going to reach out to you.
So we'll reach out to you.
Yeah.
So that my man, that Christopher walk out.
So Sylvester will have to wrap up.
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, we just said prosper 2025 to all of our listeners and of course family members and friends who, and I just hope that we enter the new year wishing all of you all of the best, and then I hope God can listen to our prayer and give out our heart desires.
Okay.
So next year, bye-bye.
Top coach. And of course, that's it here. Thanks so much, guys. Sylvester Wowi-Shanogwe. We had a wonderful time here on this wonderful edition of the program, Spoon Sports. And of course, we're going to be back here next Saturday, same time from 2 to 3 p.m. for another fresh edition of the program. So come on, this is the last edition. Till you have our voices here on the program, it's going to be next year. Yeah, that's just next week Saturday. Don't worry. Okay, so do have yourself a great time. We are out. Up next is Cyrus Wasson.
From the top of Wologisi to the beaches of Maryland, we cover Liberia like nobody else does. This is Spoon.